Hey Joey, what's up, hot dog boy? How's it going? Is it as cold in Baltimore as it is in Cleveland right now? So the entire winter, like most winters, this isn't an issue. But I live above the boiler, and I never turn the heater on because the heater's on anyways. As soon as I turn it on, like it's pumping heat into my apartment. But these days, this guy's got here turning the heat. What's up, Blue Lad? How's it going, buddy? No, that's the thing. I can turn on the heating if I want, but here's the thing: it's only going to be cold for a few days. Like once like Monday comes, it's not going to be that cold anymore. And if I turn the heater on now, it's going to pump it full blast. I'll be comfortable for now and tomorrow, but then once the wind dies down and the temperatures rise, I can't then just turn it back off. Like it will just stay on for the rest of the winter. So fuck that shit. I'd rather be cold for a few days and then comfortable for the rest than comfortable for a few days and hot as shit for the rest. So I'm fucking bundled up like a motherfucker. I've just been chilling with Larry pretty much all day. He loves the snow, but he hates the fucking winds, and it's probably the windiest I've ever seen it here or felt it. Like in the apartment right now, it's 59 degrees. And that's a 59 degrees with negative something, like -4 Fahrenheit. So it's like -20 Celsius. Oh shit! Sorry about that. Whoops. Actually, kind of warmer now. But yeah, I have no idea what the fuck to talk about. I know Musical said he was going to go live at some point soon, I think, to record his gig. But spray bottle. This is just warm water. So I fill this up with warm water in the sink, because my hands get cold. So I just hold on to this, and it's my heating hack basically. So it's just warm water. But yeah, I've like. When it's this cold and it's this cold in the apartment, it's hard to fucking do anything. I was just laying down for the past, I don't know how long. So I woke up like at 8 in the morning or 7 in the morning. Larry got me up, did my meditation and shit. And then I was stupid. I made my morning smoothie. I almost always make a morning smoothie, but I should have just made it a little bit warmer, but I made it as cold as usual. And that set me up to be fucking freezing. So after that, I just laid down. And then Larry kind of laid on me for like 4 hours, and I got up and made some food. So that's been my fucking day. And the thing is, like, I'm not even in that bad of an area for this storm. Like, people in North Dakota and Montana and shit, they've been in -20, and that's actual weather. That's not with the wind chill. They've been in the -20s for the last few days. Here it's. Last time I checked, it was -4 degrees, but with the wind chill, it was -30. And I believe -30 is the point where Celsius and Fahrenheit are the same. How I not have a? I do have a scarf. This is so fucking warm. Americans so bad at winter outside of it, Alaska and shit. What's up, Loquacious? How's it going? Well, it's just my apartment, dude. I'm fine. I'm great at winter. I'm amazing at winter. I wear tank tops 99.99% of the time all year long, and it doesn't bother me. Like the issue is just my heater. If I turn it on now, I will not be able to turn it off until the end of winter. So fuck that. I'll just bundle up for a few days. This isn't going to last that long. Like today and tomorrow are going to be really, really cold. Today's the coldest. Like it's in the fucking negatives. This is only like the second time I think since I've lived here where this has happened, where it's like it's this cold and this windy, and there's not even a whole lot of snow out there. It's like maybe like 3 to 6 inches or some shit. But like when conditions get like this, you would want a lot more snow, because the snow kind of insulates the temperature, it feels like. But yeah, I'm not fucking good. What's the temp outside? It's like -4 Fahrenheit. It's like -20 Celsius, I think. Yeah, about -20 Celsius. But with the wind chill, the feels like is -30 Fahrenheit, which is -30 Celsius. It's the same thing. With the wind, with the wind is -30. It's insane. Um, yeah, this is the coldest it's ever been wind chill wise, but it's not the coldest it's been temperature wise. We did get to like -10. I want to say 4 or 5 years ago, we got to -10, and it was very windy there, but the wind chill was like -27, I think. But wind is what matters. Like things can be as cold as fucking possible. It really does not matter how cold it is until the wind starts hitting, you know? Is Larry a warm kitty? He's not really a warm, well, you can see him right now. There, what's up? What's going on? Here, I'll put this for you. I'll put this up for you. So he's been on me a lot, like cuddling and shit, but the wind and the snow, battering against the fucking, what's it called? The screen in the windowsill. It irritates the shit out of him because he sees like little snow pieces moving and shit, and he tries to get it from inside the window. So he's been mostly on the windowsill and then running off and then coming back to me to be warm. And then once he's warm, he goes back to the windowsill and come back to me and be warm. So he's like a semi-warm kitty, but he's not a happy kitty. He loves snow, but he hates wind. Wind is his least favorite thing. But I have gotten lots and lots of kitty cuddles today. They just haven't lasted that long. But yeah, this is the coldest it's ever been wind chill wise, and easily the coldest it's ever been in this apartment. But fucking luckily I have this thing. This is like the fucking warmest shit ever. But how are you guys? How's fucking weather in fucking Europe? It cannot be like this. I can't imagine it would be like this in multiple parts of the world at the same time, like at similar latitudes. Because this is like a once in a fucking. I think this is the coldest Christmas this area has had in like maybe ever, but they said in at least like 40 years or some shit. What am I doing for Christmas? Nothing. Fucking nothing, lad. I'm gonna get some food. I'm gonna go to Bob Evans and get some food, get some Christmas food, and that's it. I'm gonna watch musical streams, and yeah, I don't really have anything else. I have to talk to my mom, which sucks, but yeah, so I have to do that early in the morning. And then I'm hanging out with Larry all day. And by Christmas, it's still gonna be really fucking cold, but the wind is gonna die down somewhat. So likely by then it's not gonna be. Oh, did you hear that? Oh, that was a crazy one. It's mild finally. Last few weeks was like -5 or so with wind. -5 Celsius, I imagine, Lula, because there's a huge difference between -5 Celsius and -5 Fahrenheit. That's like, let me think. -5 Celsius would be 22 Fahrenheit, so that would be a almost 30 degree difference. Just yesterday, holy shit! Oh, look at, guys, look at this shit. This happened in my other thing too. My window's completely closed. There's snow on the fucking inside of my window. There's fucking snow. It's probably on this side too. Look at all that. I've never had that before. Lived here almost 60 years. This is my 6th winter here. Never had snow coming in on the inside of my fucking window shit. But when I woke up in the other room, there, like the snow was literally piled on. It looked like it had just been snowing fucking inside the fucking apartment. It's fucking crazy. So yesterday, I was planning on doing a whole bunch of shit before Christmas to get Christmas shit done. Yesterday and today were my days to get shit done before Christmas. But because I saw this coming in the forecast, I just decided to do everything the day before. And thank God, because I got some weed yesterday. I got a new strain of weed, and if I would have done this fucking today, it would have been fucking miserable, because yesterday it was like mid 40s and very rainy. How the fuck is it 59 degrees in your apartment when it's snowing outside? Because, okay, so my heat isn't on. My heater is like I don't have my heater turned on, but the heater is always on. Like it's on like a lower level just because I'm right above the boiler room. So, and that's the reason why I don't turn it on, because if I do turn it on, I literally, I can turn it off, but it won't actually go off. It's just old ass apartment. So there is heat coming from the heater. It's just not enough to keep the apartment warm to a comfortable degree. Like normally, like if I go outside and it's 59 degrees outside, that's like, unless it's ridiculously windy, that's like really nice. But when you're just living at 59 degrees, it kind of sucks. But let's see, we have the storm here, but not as bad as US. Oh, really, Rigo? I would imagine it would be just as, or it might not have hit you yet. Like it, because it's been like sweeping down the US, and I saw like it was like coming back up towards Toronto. So it might be hitting you like really soon. But shit, what was I talking about? I was saying something. Sounds good. Rigo, is that the one where the blacks come out? Wait, what the one where the blacks come out? Fucking lovely, Larry. Yeah, Larry's gonna be screaming a lot today. I know, buddy. I know. Yeah. Larry's got enough gas to make a province of Xinjiang habitable for the Han without terrorist threats. True. Go to East Cleveland, give out socks and hand warmers to the urbans. That's something I wonder about homeless people in like Cleveland and like further north. What the fuck do they do when it's this cold? Like you literally, you can't survive out there. Oh, shit, I remember what I was talking about. Okay, so I was gonna get some weed today, but I'm glad I didn't. Not because it's so cold. Like I'm not afraid of going out in the cold, and I'm not afraid of driving in the snow. But it was like in the mid 40s, and it was raining all day yesterday. And right before the temperature started changing at like 2 in the morning, and I literally had to stay up until like 3 because it was like really warm in the apartment, and I had to keep the window open, and the temperature shifted basically like 70 degrees feel wise within a few hours. So I had to wait until the shift started happening so I could close the window and then fall asleep, because I can't fall asleep in a warm apartment. But anyway, so yeah, it was raining a fuckload yesterday. And when it rains and then a blizzard hits, it just, like all that rain that's on the ground, it turns into ice. So literally everything's covered in ice pretty much. And driving in ice is the fucking worst. And it's just very easy to crash. Luckily, I haven't crashed yet, but there's been a few very close calls, and I would have had to drive into downtown in this fucking weather. I don't even know if they would have fucking done it. Like I have my guys, it's like a delivery service thing, and I just meet them near downtown. But I would feel bad asking for weed asking anyone to do anything in this weather at all. Have all the electronic shops closed in East Cleveland? I mean, most things in East Cleveland are closed. I mean, there's like a strip. There's like a main road of East Cleveland where things are open, but like once you go further in the neighborhoods, like things are pretty much dilapidated and closed down. I think the lake is keeping most of it on the Buffalo side. Lake Erie or Lake Ontario. I'm guessing Lake Erie is what you're referring to. Thoughts on Darling Goy? I plead the fifth. They put the homeless in arenas and bus stations and stuff, or else they'd all die in one winter. Well, in the name of Mr. Pibb Extra, why would they put them in arenas? Just let them all die in one winter, and then you solve all the homeless issues, right? And I say this as a former homeless person. Why would you do that? Like, that's the easiest way to solve the homeless issue, is just don't put them in arenas, right, Rigo? Right, Mr. Pibb Extra, wherever you are? I got some crazy weed, bro. Oh yeah, dude, Loquacious, tell us about Amsterdam. He's probably got like some of the best weed in the world right now, right? Blacks don't steal in the cold anyways. Not true. Not true, lad. The crime rate does drop, but not completely. Not completely. They still do. But that's true. Like the blacks don't typically do well in the cold, but I have met some that actually do like the cold. But generally speaking, they hate water and they hate cold weather. The water thing I don't understand. There's water in Africa, so I don't know why, genetically speaking, you'd be more afraid of swimming than a white person would be. But the cold makes sense, because if all your ancestors are from near the equator, and all of a sudden you move north and it gets really fucking cold, I would imagine that would have you would be more afraid of the cold. But on the flip side of that, all my ancestors are northerners, so the fear of the cold is kind of ingrained in white people, because for thousands of years the cold was a killer. So So I don't know what would make what group of people more afraid of the cold. Like it seems like black people are more afraid of the cold than white people, but white people are also very much afraid of the cold. So I can see it working both ways. So you're saying they're evolving. I wouldn't go that far, Wulad. I wouldn't go that far. Maybe changing, but evolving? Well, let's hope they're, fingers crossed they're evolving. Cannoneer lives in Alaska or comes from, yeah, Cannoneer doesn't live in Alaska. He lives in Arizona now, I believe. He trains in Arizona. I'm almost positive, but he's from Alaska. Lovely bit of hash. Nice, dude. Fucking nice. Yeah, I picked up some new weed yesterday and it's really nice, dude. But the only downside of it is it's like a really hunger inducing weed, and I ate so much fucking food yesterday. You have no idea how much food I ate yesterday. You see, you there for New Year's? Good question, Moulad. You see those monkeys in Japan that chill in the hot springs in winter? I have not seen that. Look like that picture of Omar getting out of the river. I have not. Rigo, can you post it in Discord so I know what you're talking about? Because that's a funny analogy, but I don't know what you're talking about. I got some stuff here too. Pretty sure it's lemon haze. Nice, dude. Is German weed good? I mean, I imagine most like northern areas, like the weed is probably pretty good because it's where weed likes to grow. Especially like I imagine like in Amsterdam or like in most of the UK, I would imagine they would have really good weed because that's the natural climate that weed prefers to grow. Let's see, Andrew, I've been there a few times. Nicest city in Europe. Is it really the nicest city in Europe? I've never been to Europe. I've never been outside of the United States. So I'm a very uncultured American, although I have been all over the United States and it's a massive fucking country. So I can at least say that. They look more accustomed to water than Cuckles. Makes sense since he's from Africa. Got any coffee shop recommendations? Omar Cuckles is rating his local fruit shop when the storm hits the North Carolina Zoo. Yeah, there's a website where you can see the temperature of the entire United States. I forgot what it's called. And my autistic brain, like it fucking loves that website. Like you can pick individual states and you get more detailed look at like the wind chill and the actual temperature and the humidity and all that shit, and precipitation and shit. And I believe like even where Toast is, right? Toast lives in Houston, and in Houston, I think it's like 20 degrees or some shit. Like it's below freezing in Houston, and it never gets like that in Houston. This storm is like all the way down, like it's going into Mexico and it's like coming back up. But like the coast and shit, like Florida is still fucking fine, at least like the tip of Florida. So Strickland's burner probably isn't feeling any of this. But the vast majority of the country is cold as shit right now. A friend of mine was studying there. I honestly can't remember the name, so we just went because it was cheap. Nice. Amsterdam is nice because it's not a plastic shithole. It still has a town feeling. That's good. Yeah, dude. Very few towns still feel like a town. How was it? Cleveland doesn't feel like it. Cleveland feels like a fucking dump. It feels like exactly what it is. Like you drive through and you're like, wow, this town clearly had a heyday at some point. At some point in this town's history, this was a really nice city, but not anymore. That's exactly what it feels like, and that's exactly the story of Cleveland. The darkies moved, and then the whiteys moved out. That's literally what happened. And liberals will say, oh, it's because when the darkies moved, white people segregated them and then made sure that their neighborhoods were shit. But that's not true at all. That's literally not true. Like, yes, we try to contain it because when they came in, the crime went rampant and it forced us to move out. And like Cleveland is a great location for a city. It's actually a really good location. I think Cleveland will make a comeback on some level. I don't know if it'll ever be back to where it was in the 50s because of the darkies, but because location wise, I do think Bear, do you have to be doing that right now? He does. Fuck, what was I talking about? I forgot what I was talking about. Sorry about that. Oh yeah, shitholes. Yes, so liberals like to say that we like the black neighborhoods are purposely bad, but it's like no, they do that to themselves, and then we purposely police the areas around those really heavily, so that crime doesn't spew out into the suburbs where the white people now live, where I live. You could call that racism, but that's not racism. That's literally just you want to live you don't want to get mugged. That's what that is. That's not racism. Like just tell them to stop fucking committing crimes. Like statistically, it's not. Is it racist if it's a fact? If it's a statistical fact, is it? I don't know. I don't think so. I got some Bugatti hash and rainbow chip bud today. Nice, dude. We had some orange Gorilla Glue, and that shit killed me. Nice. I had one bong hit. Couldn't walk. I've been smoking all day. Nice, dude. Rigo is going to drive north to Carolina in his brand new Geely Borui. I don't know what that is. A big cuckles with a banana-shaped baton while smoking Chungwas. Bong hits different always. Yes. I actually do have a bong. It's right here. It's a rig, but I have a bong piece that I could put on here and turn it into a bong. This is for like oils, concentrates, and shit. But I have a bong piece I could turn it into an actual bong, but I never fucking do because I prefer gravities. I find gravities just I can milk it like to its fullest extent when I do it right. Anyways, fucking 17 years of doing gravities, and I still fuck it up sometimes. But still, like when I do it right, I feel like it's the best way to just take a fucking hit to the dome. But I should fucking start smoking out of that and use it as a bong too, just to like get different ways of smoking. I find that you can get kind of not immune, but semi-immune to smoking the same way for a long time. But I also don't smoke all day, every day. Like I just smoke at night. So like my body has like 20 hours every single day to get weed out of my system. So by the time I smoke weed again, I can get high. So, which I find that's the best way to do it. That's easily like I can't smoke weed all day, every day like I used to. When I used to, like it, I had no productivity at all. And even without doing that, my productivity isn't great. Yeah, Larry. Let's see. If you like the feel of small town America, you would fall in love with rural Shandong province. Western China does seem interesting to me, just because it's really not China. It's China, but they all hate that they're a part of China, and they shouldn't. They're oppressed, and they shouldn't be a part of China. And those Chinese people seem cool because they're very anti-Chinese people. So if you're talking about Western China and like Tibet and shit, like I'm down with those Chinese, and that is very, very rural. I believe 97% of the Chinese population live in the eastern third of the country. It's only 3% lives in the western 2/3 or some crazy shit like that, just because of the topography and shit. Yeah, Larry. Is gravity the bucket one where you cut out a hole? Yep. Ooh, lad. You called it, buddy. This right here. Fucking and a socket. Yes, I've been doing this since I was 18 or 17, and I still find it's one of the best, if not the best ways. I've smoked every single fucking way. Volcano vapes and different types of vapes and bongs, and that was the gravity is probably my favorite. The only thing that came close, my friend a long time ago, my friend had a Zong, like a massive. When I say massive, it was like, I want to say it was like 4 feet tall, but it's a Zong, so it wasn't a bong, it was a Zong, so like it zigzagged. So it was probably the equivalent of like a 6 or 7 foot bong. And he went to jail for a while, and he had me hold it for him. And for like a year, I had this thing, and it was the fucking nicest shit ever. And then I was stupid. I told my friend where I hide it in my room. I hid it in my guitar case. And one day I wasn't even at home, but my friend, who wasn't the one in jail, a different friend, a piece of shit, he came over. he knocked on the door and he asked my mom. Uh, he said that I had something of his and can he get it really quick? And she said yes. And then anyway, so he took it, and then literally like that day or a day later, like he broke it and shit, and then that was it. But zongs are really fucking nice because it's like depending on the shape of the zong, you're getting more for the size, because like a 2-foot zong is probably closer to like a 4-foot bong and shit. Yeah, that was 15 years ago, and I'm still kind of mad about it. I did a proper brand gravity bong in the top of a cannabis museum. Fucking nice, dude. Fucking nice. The actual gravity bong brand shit, I think, is worse than what I had. It's a smaller container, at least the ones I've seen, than just a gallon jug of water. So I think just doing it the old-fashioned way is probably better. But it is cool. Like, I think you flip the thing over and the water falls down and shit. It does look really cool. I smoke joints at the moment, and I have to smoke so much. Joints being tobacco, and I know this is a European thing, but I don't understand mixing tobacco and weed. I've done it a few times. Even when I smoked cigarettes, I did it a few times, and I hated it. I fucking hated it, because I really like the taste of most strains of weed. Like, that's like over 90% of the strains of weed I've had, I really like the flavor. And tobacco just ruins it for me. But I guess it's like if it's giving you like the stimulant buzz along with the weed buzz, I guess I can see it, but I never really felt that. I just thought it just made my weed taste like shit. All the South China Sea is China. Of course. I'm probably just gonna order agmatine again. I have no idea what agmatine is. Wulad, is weed legal in Germany? I literally have no idea. Weed was supposed to become legal in Ohio at the end of this year. It was supposed to, but our stupid fucking governor, who I agree with him on a lot of things actually, but as a Republican, a lot of Republicans are very much against weed, which makes no fucking sense, because it's just money for the state. But he delayed putting it on the ballot until next year, which is fucking gay. Because I really miss going into a store and shit. It's so nice going into a store and being able to pick whatever the fuck you want. Is Larry singing for Christmas? Yeah, he does Yuletide meows and shit. I smoke a yang. Nice, dude. That sounds like a Chinese bong. What's up, Fridge? How's it going, buddy? Try some Surinamese food as well if you can. It's the only good food in Amsterdam. That's a strange. I've never had Surinamese food, but that's a strange area of the world to have like a massive amount of like immigrants, right? Suriname is fucking South America, right? I'm pretty sure. Pretty damn sure Suriname is above Brazil, if I'm not mistaken. So that's a strange area to have a whole bunch of refugees and shit from, but I'm sure there's a reason for it. Like, we have a whole shitload of Ukrainians here, not from the war, but maybe more from the war now. I don't know, but we've had Ukrainians here for longer than I've been here, and I don't really know why they pick Cleveland, but they do. Hey, stupid Guile, you love Turkish dogs? No, Jigaboo, get out of here, Jigaboo. Some Biggie Boy food icon. Yeah, Biggie Boy is definitely eating that Suriname food. Jig, have you seen Pan G? He's got my immigration forms. I feel like even though it's a meme, one of these days Loquacious and Rigo are legitimately just gonna move to China. And China will accept them with open arms, because they will have documented all their positive China memes in my chat and shit. Jigaboo is the Kyla Moore of China compared to Minty Pets. Nice. Yeah, I'm just a junkie. We call it a joint. They call it a spliff. Yeah, dude. 50% weed, 50. That's insane. Me and my friends, we would put it'd be like 10% tobacco, maybe 15% tobacco maximum. And to me, that ruined the joint. So that's crazy. What's up, Kamikaze? How's it going? It is fucking cold here. But I'm actually kind of warm right now. But the thing is, if I take this off, I'm going to be freezing in like 2 minutes, so I'm just gonna stay warm. Where am I? They're talking about legalizing, but German politics is a fucking circus. Dude, name a country where the politics aren't a circus. I want to know. I have not seen a country where you look at their how they go about their politics and you go, oh yeah, that makes sense. I have not seen it in any country at all. So I'm sure Germany's fucking terrible, but every fucking country is fucking terrible. Like United States politics is retarded. And we're probably one of the best in the entire world when it comes to politics, and our politics are so fucking retarded. But at least we have like an actual conservative party where like I hear anyway, I'm not sure, but in the UK, like there's a conservative and a liberal party, but the conservatives there are basically like the liberals here. Like it's like liberal and more liberal versus here where it's actually conservative and liberal. But the two-party system's fucked anyways. You're going to need more than two parties if you want an actual honest system, in my opinion. I prefer, I can't say that word, sadly, and joints. I prefer cigs and joints separate, but I don't mind a spliff. No, dude, don't smoke cigarettes, man. Don't smoke cigarettes. Oh, I could smoke a cigarette. I have the tea cigarettes. Maybe, no, I'm not going to do that. Never mind. That was a stupid idea. Don't you love German politics and how it reflects the pragmatic thinking of the average German? Who in comedy do Germans wait at red lights at pedestrian crossings even if there's no cars? That's a Japanese thing, Loquacious. That's a Japanese thing. Yeah, like it could be 3 a.m. and no Japanese will jaywalk. Like that's just their culture. Like it's so strange to me. It's so fucking strange to me. As an American, I was like, I jaywalk whenever. Like if I have a free 10 seconds to cross a road, I'm going to cross that road. But like at 3 a.m. when there's no one around at all, a Japanese person will literally, like, even if the fucking crosswalk is a half mile out of the way, and then if they walk a half mile over and another half mile back, they will fucking do that instead of just jaywalk across the street. It's so fucking strange to me. They're so, so Germany's like that too? Germany's like that too? That's literally, yeah, robot. They're robot. That literally sounds like the most robotic shit ever. Holy shit, Larry. Can you stop? Oh my God. He's never going to stop. Suriname is Dutch Guyana. It's still owned by the Netherlands, I think. I don't think so. Because in Suriname, I'm pretty sure they speak French, first off. So that would be weird if it was owned by the Dutch, if they speak French. And B, I mean, I don't know the fucking politics of it, but I'm pretty sure it's they're their own country. But maybe there's some sort of link between them. I'm not entirely sure. Rigo is in April to Shenzhen. That makes sense. I love it. It just rewards Germans being crumpy. What is crumpy? Like grumpy? Crumpy? I'm gonna go visit. Me and Loke are going to get traditional Han Wise with the widest moon faces. Classic Rigo. Fucking classic Rigo. The question is, even in the school, the teacher showed us a documentary how people stop with their cars for those bitches. What the fuck? So Germany is basically like Japan, but stupider? I don't know. The CCP offered me a tidy piece of land in Xinjiang. Some Uyghur farm someone decided to move. I don't think they decided to move, Loquacious. I think they were forced to move because the one of the few pro CCP guilos is coming in. At Kamikaze, they seem like robots. Asians seem like robots to me for the most part. Straight from Cyberpunk. There's too many bikes here, man. Dude, I hate bikes. Oh my God. I live right next to the metro parks. So obviously not when the weather's like this, but when the weather's just normal, 30 degrees and up, like above freezing, there's so many bicyclists. There's so fucking many. And in the metro parks, like we have there's paths to walk and bike right alongside the road, but they almost never take those paths, the bicyclists do. They always take the road, which to me is the the stupidest risky thing ever, because it's a two-way street, but it's one lane each, and you have to pass them, you have to go into the other lane. It's fucking dangerous, man, and they're really really fucking windy ass roads and shit. I fucking hate bicyclists. Just fucking go. Like, if I was a bicyclist, I would go on the sidewalk. I wouldn't want to fucking risk getting run over by a fucking car, dude. Like, risk running over a civilian walking versus getting run over by a car. Japs are super obedient. I know, dude. It's their ninja way, but all Asians are like that. North Korea doesn't happen with any other group of people, I don't think. Maybe Mexicans, but for the most part, which share genetics with Asians anyways. But like, you can't get a North Korea with white people and have that group of people just accept it. Like, that doesn't. White people are we. I don't know if the word is entitled, but we wouldn't take that shit. You know, we just would not fucking take that shit. It's a Dutch colony. Oh, it is a Dutch colony. No, sure, they speak French in French Guyana. Oh shit. Okay. No, the CCP are kind to the Uyghurs. Of course. France has the most toxic gamers. I wouldn't know. In my experience, the worst gamers. Well, just because I never played with gamers in any other continent other than North and South America, just because where I'm from. And the Peruvians were the worst. In Dota and League of Legends, oh my God, the Peruvians were the absolute worst. Absolute fucking worst. I don't know how they got into that type of game, but they did, and they fucking ruined it. But I can see French being bad too. Why can't I donate? You can donate. Loquacious, spam my donation things. You can donate, Lord Guru. You can't donate via YouTube because I don't have 1,000 subscribers yet. But I have a Cashapp thing. It's in my description too. A Cashapp thing, and then I have a Power Chat Live thing as well. If you donate Power Chat Live, I would recommend Cashapp because I will see it on my phone. If you donate Power Chat, I won't see it. Also, if you donate Cashapp, I will get all the money. Where if you donate Power Chat, they'll take 13%. So I prefer Cashapp. And it makes it easier for me. If Power Chat, I have to stop the stream for a second and then actually look at the thing. What's that? Streamlabs got lead. Okay, so Loquacious. So I still have Streamlabs. Loquacious, I told you my fucking, what's it called? My PayPal got banned because of the Streamlabs thing, but I got it unbanned, which is nice. But I just have this in here just so I don't have to deal with that again. Power Chat, it takes 3% more, but Power Chat, and it takes a week, but it goes directly into my bank. Whereas Streamlabs, it goes directly into my PayPal, and I've already experienced once they can just ban it at any time. Even though they unbanned it, it probably won't be an issue anymore. But yeah, so that's why I have Power Chat up, but I definitely prefer Cash App. Let's see. CCP hasn't forcibly resettled people since 1987 in Tibet due to a dam bursting. Okay, I'm gonna take that as a semi-truth. I'm gonna take that as a truth the government wants you to know. Is your Power Chat still working? Yeah, so Power Chat, it's working in the sense, like, I can't get text to speech working, it's because of my phone. But like the donations do work. Bikers are so arrogant, they think they own the streets. They hit the bell, and if you don't let them, they run you over. I know, man. I know. I fucking know, lad. I hate bikers. Common Han W savior moment. Let's see. Are people in China protesting? Are people in China? I don't think Asians protest. That doesn't sound like an Asian thing. That's a liberal white and black thing. I think like no one else protests. That's a white and black thing. That's not a yellow thing. I don't think I heard. I missed the past streams. Oh, okay. So Loquacious. So when Musical donated me on Streamlabs, he gave me $10. It went directly into my PayPal, and then the second it went into my PayPal, they banned me. They didn't give a reason why. But then I called them and asked them why they banned me. I wasn't doing anything weird or suspicious or anything. And it took a few days, and then they unbanned me. They didn't tell me why I was banned to begin with, so like I don't know what to avoid in the future. But so for right now, I'm unbanned. But just to avoid that potential shit in the future, I just have power chat instead because I can't get banned from my own. I mean, I guess I could. I guess I could get banned, but let's see. Comedy, some troublemakers are causing a scene in some cities, and some Western media outlets have spun it into protests. Nice. I've never heard of either of those. Oh, power chat. Well, with the donation power chat, it works exactly like power chat and the Streamlight or the Streamlabs chat thing. The donos work exactly like how YouTube donos work, pretty much. And then Cashapp is what's it called? It's just well, Cashapp basically acts like its own bank account. And it's free. I recommend anyone to get a Cash App. It's actually really nice. Because I have a bank card that's literally just from my Cash App that I use just like a debit card. So I get 100%. It's the only method where you can get 100% of the donations. So I really like Cash App. But common Western L. No, common Western dubs. Blacks don't protest, they riot. Very true, very true. Well, they protest and I think some protest and most riot. Some do protest though. I remember seeing, oh my God, I remember seeing Giannis's stupid fucking dumb fucking tall. I hate Giannis Antetokounmpo. I fucking hate this guy. When the George Floyd shit happened, he was out protesting in Milwaukee and shit. And he was wearing a shirt that says, "I can't breathe." And he's protesting wearing a fucking mask. And the irony of that shit, right? The fucking irony is like, take off the mask, you dumb piece of shit. But what pissed me off about him versus every other black guy that fucking protested and any other white guy that protested, he's not American. America has given this motherfucker millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars. He lives the best life out of fucking anyone else in the world, pretty much, other than like the elites that they're like billionaires and trillionaires and shit. Other than those people, he's literally in the 0.01%. And this country gave it to him. And he has the audacity to fucking say that we treat black people bad. Fuck that guy. Ever since, like, I've never been a big fan of him anyway, but ever since then, he's been like, I hate him more than LeBron, and I really hate LeBron. Like, how do you have the nerve to shit on a country, to protest something so obviously staged and I don't want to say fake, but basically fake? How do you do that to a country that gave you everything, literally everything? Everything he owns, everything he has, everything good about his life is because of the United States and the United States alone. Nothing else. Greece doesn't do shit for their people. Okay, they don't do shit for their people. He went from like one of the shittiest nations in Europe to the best nation in the world, if not one of them, for sure. So fuck that guy. This was a rant, but fuck that guy. I hate him. The UFC Apex is the worst thing of all time. It was amazing at first. The UFC Apex fucking saved that, and Fight Island saved the UFC in 2020. Now it's the stupidest shit ever, because what's the fucking point? Why are we not putting on shows every single fucking week around the country and around the world? Like, it doesn't make any sense anymore. So now it's the worst. And the first card in 2023, also in the Apex, doesn't make any sense at all. I don't get it. Like, after the longest break of mixed martial arts that we have all year, which is this time, you would think that the card back, you'd want a sell-out arena, like a big arena, because people are going to be dying to fucking get tickets to that shit. So yeah, I don't understand the Apex in 2023. There should be no Apex in 2023. Imagine if a country with black people was a superpower. They have good genetics. That will never happen, because they have terrible genetics when it comes to intelligence. And it's not just genetics. I will preface it with that, is because I could be construed as racist, and it might be, but which I don't give a shit. But I think this is my theory, but I think it's a very good theory. I think when you look at cultures around the equator and like really warm cultures that never get cold, they never had to, like 1,000 years ago, they never had to deal with the fucking blizzards coming in and threatening their lives. And because of that, they didn't build like permanent structures and like in ways to heat things, and like they're a lot more primitive because they didn't have the necessity. Like northern cultures, and like there's a limit, but like it seems like the further north you get, to an extent, there is a fucking hard line there. It's like the more advanced they are, because in the summers they knew they had to bust their fucking ass because winter's coming, and they want to have like a nice insulated area for winter so they can stay alive. So that's my theory as to why, generally speaking, whites are smarter than blacks. I don't think it's a race thing. I think it's a natural byproduct of temperature, of having winter, of one culture having winters and the other culture not having winters. That's the reason why we're white and they're black, because they're exposed to the sun year long while we weren't. That's like, it's not so we were better at like building things and using our brains because we fucking had to, where they're better at like running and shit and running from tigers and shit because that's what they had to do. Like, it's not saying one's better than the other, although one is better than the other. But it's just a happenstance thing. Separate but equal, Jim Crow laws. Just order some beers. Dude, beers are I don't want to be preachy and didactic, but if you have to drink, don't drink beer, man. It turns your testosterone, and all alcohol turns your testosterone and estrogen. But if you're gonna drink, at least drink hard alcohol. It will do it the least, because there's like the least amount of that liquid in your body. And the hops in beer, like especially it's the type of beer too. Like the more hoppy the beer is, the more estrogenic it is. Greece fakes their money stats so they can enter the EU. Happy am though, because I'm in a better country now. Dude, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? But yeah, I mean, everyone knows Greece is a fucking shithole. Like, I've never been there, but I've heard like, yeah, like, I think the homeless rate there is absolutely ridiculous. I could be wrong, but like I've heard like the poverty and the homeless rate there is like one of the worst in Europe, if not the worst. Someone should tell the Israelis there's terrorists under the UFC Apex. Seriously. Have you seen Bon Mean Meager? I have. He is eating a banana right now. The Apex was so cool at first, and now it's just tiring dead. Yeah, well, yeah, the Apex saved MMA, and now it's destroying MMA. But there's a lot of things destroying MMA. It really comes down to the deal with ESPN. That's what destroyed MMA. Before the ESPN deal, every card had to be built. Every single card had to be built and manufactured and made to be good, or else people aren't going to buy it, or people aren't going to watch it, and people aren't going to come to it. Now, every single fucking card, every single pay-per-view is guaranteed 500,000 pay-per-view buys from ESPN, and every single card is going to be shown on ESPN. All the UFC has to do is put on cards. They don't have to be good quality. That's the biggest issue. That they are not incentivized to have a good product. So over the past 5 or 6 years, their product has tanked. So like Guru's a fucking moron for always saying this. He's always saying, I've heard him say this like at least 10 times, where he's like, when the ESPN deal is up, which I don't know what it is, when it is, but when the ESPN deal is up, he said that the ESPN's not going to renew, and it's going to be terrible for MMA. And I agree that ESPN isn't going to renew, but I disagree that's terrible. I think that's the best thing that could ever happen in the UFC, is that the UFC deal is no more, and then the next deal the UFC signs is more like the previous deals, where they're incentivized to put on good shows. Speaking of good shows, and they just raised their pay-per-view price to $80 instead of $75, which is crazy considering how many people don't pay for it. Like, I know for a fact most people who watch UFC don't pay for pay-per-views, but we watch all the pay-per-views. So raising the price is the stupidest thing you can do. Lowering the price is the only way, in my opinion, that you're going to be able to get more money. If it was reasonable, if it was $40 instead of $80, you'd probably get a lot more streamers like being willing to like, okay, like this, one of my favorite fighters on this card, I'll pay for this card, or I'll pay for that card, or I'll pay for most of them because it's reasonable. Although you can make an argument $40 isn't reasonable, but with inflation, it probably is. But yeah, UFC's just been doing fucking everything wrong the past 5 years, I'd say. How do you see Ngannou Pavlovich playing out? Wait, is that a fight? Is that happening? Wait, is Ngannou Pavlovich happening? Or is this hypothetical? Either way, Pavlovich is like one of the guys that could. Pavlovich is like white Ngannou, basically, like with the way he's built and his power and his reach and shit. I think that's like a 50-50 fight, to be honest, especially since Ngannou's been out for so long. And I think he's older now, too. I think he's like 35 or maybe even 36. He's been out a fucking while, dude. He's had one fight, I think. He had the Cyril Gane fight. I don't remember his fight before. It was the Stipe fight, but I think that was a considerable amount of time before that. He hasn't been fighting very much. So actually, if Pavlovich stays active and shit, I would think I'd actually go with Pavlovich. What happened with Chrissy J? Did she OD? Probably. No, Chrissy Loquacious. So I don't know if these two are connected, but Musical tagged Chrissy J in his PP balloon thing where Thumbnail Queen used her thumbnails to press on Wheelchair's PP. And then the balloon, the scrotum balloon, and he tagged Chrissy J in it, and this was like at 1 a.m. so I was asleep, and when I woke up, Chrissy J was gone. So I was like, so she either left right when he tagged her, and it was because of that, or is this a happenstance? But yeah, like half the estrogen in Jerusalem died with that, so it's kind of sad. But I can't get an answer. I literally can't even contact her. So who knows for sure? She left him for Joey. Wait, she left who for Joey? For Larry? Joey can nourish her children. Larry is just another liability. Cave monkey versus white roach. White roach all day, dude. White roach can survive. Like we've seen this. We've seen this. White roach generally wins. Thoughts on Omar Cuckles? I think if you get him in the right zoo and you kind of isolate him, he doesn't like to play well with other monkeys, and you just put him in there with a Kyla monkey and then just one other monkey that can cuck him, then he'll be like relatively okay. But anything other than that, then he's a nightmare. I'm fine. I'm transitioning finally. Transitioning? Oh, I thought you were talking about fucking into a female. And I was like, what? I was like, oh, please don't. You will regret that decision. Sandman 5045. Wait. Oh, wait. Who's he fighting? Who's he fighting? Oh, is he fighting Cheeto? Is that? Because I saw the MMA Digest. What's it called? Notification. But it just had Cheeto's voice. I don't know who he's fighting. Is it? I assume that it was either Sandhagen or O'Malley. But if it was O'Malley, you would think it'd be O'Malley's face in there. So I don't know. If it's Sandman, Cheeto, yeah, I'd probably go Sandman too. Only beer I drink is Sing Sao, of course. Dana might as well wear a kippa at this stage. Nice. Yeah. There aren't really homeless people, there are just a few Satanists, but Satanists in Greece, fuck that shit. But Greece has the best food and good landscape. It is one of the best country for vacation in Europe. I don't know. I've had Mediterranean food. Like I've had Greek food before. I mean, I've never been to Greece though, so I never had. Like it is one of my. I like Mediterranean food, but if you just go a little bit further east, like Middle Eastern food, I feel like that's the best because it's kind of like a combination of Indian food and Mediterranean food. It's like the best aspects of both, and it's combined. Um, yeah, surprisingly, you wouldn't think so, but Afghani food is fucking incredible. Like it's probably my favorite food I've ever had. In terms of the spices they use and shit. Um, I went to an island in the Adriatic. Nice, Aquatius. Omar, the balding cock. Is he balding? Is he balding? Um, if they did a subscription service in USA and Canada, I would do it, but it's not worth paying for pay-per-views and Fight Pass and then fight. Yeah, I know. Exactly, Rigo. Exactly. It's insane how much they want you to pay for it. Like, I don't know who the hell is paying for this shit. Like, what percentage of the population can even fucking afford, like, has that money to just throw, literally, you're just throwing it away because you're paying for a service you can get for free. So, it's crazy. It makes me wonder how much money they would get if it was still $10 like UFC 1. Chrissy stays in my DMs. Only if you're friends with, like, are you still talking to her, Toast? You have to be friends with her because I saw this coming too. I requested a friendship. I've been talking to her for fucking since I fucking went in the Discord. I don't know. She'll come back to daddy. I'm not worried about it. But I've never paid for any UFC fights. I didn't personally, but my dad used to, and I used to have my dad pay for fights and shit. And then after, I think it was GSP Shields. It was either GSP Shields or GSP Hardy. I remember we bought both of those, and both of those were like, they were both shitty cards, and I felt terrible for asking my dad to fucking buy it. But those were like those are the last ones where I was like, okay, I'm gonna find a different way because this is retarded. Dan Ngannou is pushing on. Yeah, I don't know what that refers to. I watch UFC on Sohu, of course. Wait, where did he tag her? Wait, in the, oh, Frid, I don't think you're in that chat room. We have a secret chat room in Discord. I can add you to it. But there's yeah, I'll add you to it, Fridge. It's the Talmudic Trudy Tracklin. It's a secret, it's not really secret, but it's a chat room for all the non-Yogbies. And he posted a video of thumbnail squeezing his penis, and then he peed in it, and then a little balloon came out, and then it squirted everywhere. And whenever I find a thumbnail queen of my own, I promise you I can get double the balloon. I can at least get double the balloon. Chrissy got the gold in West Virginia 2008 pole polishing championship. Yeah, exactly. Arabs know food. Seriously, Arabs know food better than fucking any other culture, I think. I'm making an Arabic style chicken for Christmas. Egyptian recipe. Fucking nice, dude. Fucking nice. I'm just having standard Christmas food. I love American holiday food. Turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes, green beans, ham, cranberries, pumpkin pie. Like that shit. I look forward to these holidays just for that food. And I don't eat that food very much too. So on Thanksgiving, I bought 2 giant meals of that shit, and it took me like almost a week to recover. And I'm debating whether I do it again or not on Christmas. Because if I eat one giant meal of it, like it'll be fine, it'll be satiating, but then I'm gonna wish I had leftovers. And then when I have two giant meals, I have leftovers for the next day, but then my body's like, fuck you, dude. Like, you don't fucking eat stuffing 2 days in a row, man. So I'm still debating. I wish I could get like a small meal and a big meal. So I could have like a small meal for leftovers the next day. But maybe if I work out like really, really hard tomorrow, because I find if I work out really hard, that my body's more pliable with the food it can handle, just because it needs the calories and it needs the food. So I'll probably actually just end up working out really fucking hard tomorrow, and then just getting 2 meals because I'm a glutton. The Germans have only sausages, dude. Sausages are fucking gross, dude. I've never had a sausage where I was like, damn, that's fucking incredible. I've had sausages that are fine, that like I'll eat them and shit. But I've never had a sausage where it's like, wow, this is a good way to eat meat. I've never ever had that thought ever. I don't like as someone who's mostly German and Polish, I've never understood sausages. She wants my meat. Well, we know this, Toast. We know this. Dude, Toast. She's getting a divorce right now. Just tell her, be like, just bring your cute little ass down to Houston. Make a stop in Cleveland before you go, and you can have my sloppy seconds. When are you going to do a collab stream with Toast and debate flat Earth? Oh, good question. Toast, when are we going to do a collab stream and debate flat Earth? I'd be for it. I don't care. I have no real desire to do that just because it's like, I feel like it's a dead argument because it doesn't matter. Like it just doesn't matter what the Earth is in the long run. Like it genuinely doesn't matter. But I'd still be down. If you want to do it, I'll do it. I don't want to see that low Toast brutalized him last time. No, fuck you, you fucking trolls, dude. You guys are trolls. I want to hear your response to the desk lamp theory 6. You'll be done. You guys are so trolling. Do you smoke extra weed on Christmas? I don't. I'm maybe this Christmas. Every single fucking day, like the past 3 weeks, I've been debating. I need to turn the light on. Hold on a second. Every single day, like the past 3 weeks or so, I've been like, should I do shrooms today? And I'm like, nah. Should I do them today? Nah. Should I do them today? Nah. I might do them Christmas. I might do them later in the day in Christmas after I have my Christmas dinner and shit. And whenever I do shrooms, my weed consumption goes way up. That's like the one time, like guaranteed, I'm going to be smoking more weed than usual because it does two things. It makes the psychedelic way stronger, and I find it calms me down as well. So like it has that twofold effect. It makes things stronger, but it also makes things smoother. Ever tried a sausage roll, Lord Guru? A sausage roll? I've never had a sausage roll. I've never even heard of a sausage roll. Like a buttered roll with sausage in it, like a hot dog, like a MMA Joey hot dog, but in a buttered roll and a sausage instead of a hot dog. You're trolling, acting like the invisible magnetic field that deflects meteors and protects the Earth's field. Oh, the magical pulse. Okay, I know you are trolling. The Earth is a wheelchair. I can get behind that. It's a brutal 72 degrees in LA. That's terrible. How's Ohio? It is -4 degrees Fahrenheit, but with the wind chill, it is like -30, something like that. Last time I checked, it was -4, and the feels like was -32 Fahrenheit. So basically like 100-degree difference in feels like between Los Angeles and Cleveland right now. But Cleveland's not even that bad. Look at fucking North Dakota and Minnesota right now. Go outside. I don't want to go outside, dude. My apartment's cold as shit because the heat's on, but I can't turn it on higher because if I do, the rest of my winter will be fucked. So my apartment's it's like 59 degrees in here. That's why I'm dressed like this. I have no desire to go outside, freeze my ass off, and then come back to a cold apartment. Like I'm not doing that. Unless, hey, if you guys donate, if I get like a $10 donation, I'll go outside right now. How about that? Yeah, but I'm not doing that for free because it is fucking cold, dude. It is really fucking cold. Because my windows, they're not sealed properly, so I can feel so. Oh, and my fucking power just went out. So power just went back on. Yay, that's good. Let's see. Are you in Alaska? No, I'm in Cleveland right now. I don't know if you know AM, but the vast majority of the United States has a crazy blizzard right now. Even Toast is in Houston, and it's probably what, high 20s, low 30s, right, Toast? Fahrenheit. So like I know Houston's the entire country besides the very, very southwest and southeastern parts are freezing their butts off right now. It's literally like Alaska outside right now. Might even be worse because a lot of parts of Alaska aren't that windy. Show your snowy sills. Oh, you want to see my snowy windowsills? Look at how much snow I have built up inside because the wind comes in through here and it's been so fucking windy. We have 30-mile-per-hour consistent winds with 60-mile-per-hour gusts. And snow is literally building up on my windowsills right here. There was a fuckload more right here, but Larry was playing with it. Yeah, I've lived here 5.5 years, six winter here, and that's never happened. This is a new level of what the fuck is going on. That being said, I don't mind it. I really don't mind this weather that much. I just wish that it wasn't raining before this happened because all the fucking shit is ice as fuck. So driving is a bitch, and just walking out there is gonna be a bitch. Go outside and make a snow angel. You really can't because the wind has blown so much of the snow. There isn't like a snowpack, so you can't really. There might be certain spots like next to buildings where I can kind of lay down and make a snow angel. But yeah, if you want me to make a snow angel, that's gonna be like at least $50 because that's gonna be fucking brutal. I'll do it, but I'm not doing it for free. If it wasn't so goddamn windy, I would do it for free. But yeah, I have to deal with the cold apartment for the next few days, so I'm not going to. Poor Cuckle's having to spend all his Christmas out in a cage. He isn't acclimatized to the cold. Yeah. It's the vibrations from the Ukraine war. Is that even still going on? Like, who knows? Of course I know, but I'm in New Mexico. Okay, gotcha. You're in New Mexico? I'm assuming you're in Albuquerque or near Albuquerque, since most of New Mexico is Albuquerque population-wise. But I'm pretty sure you guys have it pretty fucking cold too right now. I would guess you guys are below freezing. I would imagine. You may have to eat Larry. I won't have to eat Larry. I stocked up on a bunch of food and weed and drinks and I stocked up on everything yesterday because I knew what was going to happen. Holy shit, I never seen snow coming inside me either, kamikaze. That's like a decent amount. And earlier, like when I woke up, there was literally like inches. Probably like 3 or 4 inches that was like fucking mounded up on my other window. And I put tape over where the wind kind of blows in through the windowsill to try to block it. And it did kind of block it. It blocked the snow from coming in at least. And it's still up there. Even though we're inside, the snow still hasn't fully melted. It's fucking crazy. Move down to Florida? No, dude, I like the cold. I prefer this weather. I would take this weather 9 months out of the year easily. I have no issue with it. Yeah, I like the cold, dude. I do cold plunges. I do cold weather rucks. I actually would try to challenge myself and do a ruck in this weather. I wouldn't do it in a tank top, but I would try to challenge myself and do it. The problem is it's the ice, and I'm not walking around with 30 pounds on my back on slippery, uneven ground. Like that's a recipe for disaster. So yeah, I'm not afraid of the cold at all. The snow is growing like kamikaze's mold. Seriously. Cuckles is definitely an IPA drinker. I feel like Cuckles, I don't even think he's an IPA drinker. I think he's that stupid gay hop water shit. That's like, it tastes like beer, but it's water. It just has hops in it. I feel like he just injects that because he likes the estrogenic hops, but he doesn't want the alcohol. Is my power chat working? But did you know? It's not that the text to speech isn't working, but if you download it, I can pause the stream really quick, and I can see that you download. But if you guys don't know, tell me that you download so I can pause the stream real quick and check it, because it won't flash on my screen. So like it's semi working. It's working in the sense that you can dono and I can see it, but I can't see it on stream, which is lame. This is why I prefer, one of the reasons why I prefer Cashapp, because I actually can see the Cashapp notification. I like winter, definitely don't love it. Well, it's different. Well, no, New Mexico probably gets pretty cold winters. Dude, winter is so nice once you start doing cold plunging and exposing yourself to the cold and shit. This is the only time I'll ever be wearing this, like this and tomorrow, and then I probably won't wear this for like the next 5 years, if I stay here. But even when weather is this bad, I would take this 10 times out of 10 over a heat wave in summer when it's like a few summers ago we had 100-degree weather, which where I'm from 100 degrees happens all the fucking time, and that's not a big deal. But where I'm from, it's also dry as fuck and it feels a lot different. Here, when it gets 100 degrees, it is humid as fuck and it feels like you're just breathing in hot soup, and I don't do well in the heat. So I would take this over that fucking anytime. What season is Laza's favorite? Laza? Is that Larry's new nickname? Laza? Who's Laza? I'm gonna take that as Larry. Larry likes winter the best. He just hates the wind. But Cleveland is one of the more windy cities in the nation, so fucking it can get windy at any time. But Larry loves watching this, like when it's not that windy and it's snowing a lot. That's Larry's favorite, because then he can try to get the snow through the through the window and shit. Because Larry gets fluffy when it's cold. Yes, his winter coat is currently growing right now, and because it's gonna be cold in this apartment for the next 48 hours, that's gonna make his undercoat grow even more. So probably in like a week or two, he's gonna be like fully fluffed out. But his winter coat is growing right now. It's not complete yet. His first winter, when he was just a baby, for whatever reason, his winter coat was insane. Like he was the fluffiest kitty you've ever seen in your life, and I just assumed that he would always be like that. But every other winter since then, he hasn't gotten that fluffy. So I don't know if it was just because he was a kitten, or if that was a musicals live. So thank you guys for joining. I don't want to poo-poo on musical shit. Like I was just doing this kind of to wait for musical. But Merry Christmas to everybody. I will probably be back on tomorrow and Friday or Saturday and Sunday. I'll do Christmas streams and stuff. But yes, thank you all for joining. I appreciate you. Love you guys. Let's fucking hang out with musical. No, darling boy. No. Yes, darling boy. I'll see you on musical streams. Okay, stay live. Why? Why, darling boy? I want to see musical stream. He doesn't keep them up anymore, so I like to see him. We can all dono 200 and I'll stay live. Dono 200. Thank you, Loquacious. It's just a gig stream. Yeah, but his gigs are. It's funny though. I like his gigs though. Yeah, I don't want to step on his feet. I can see how me talking could be more entertaining, but for me personally, I would be more entertained watching him than talking to you guys. Sorry, but that's just the truth. There's nothing to do with talking to you. It's just talking to a fucking phone. I'm not talking to you guys. I'm talking to a fucking phone. So yeah, so I'm gonna go head over to his stream. Unless you want to dono, darling boy. If you want to dono something, then I'll stay. So I'll give you exactly 1 minute to dono. Preferably Cash App, please, because then I can see the dono without turning off the stream. And with Cash App, I can have 100% of the money, which is great. That's way better than everything else. So. Yes, you've got 30 seconds, darling boy. Tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock. You have to look up Vinley 1981. What is Vinley 1981? I'm not looking something up if I don't know what it is. Because I looked up Tiny Texie a few days ago, or was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday, actually. And that was officially the weirdest boner I ever got. And I don't want to look up any more weird shit like that. Oh, it's your channel. Okay, yeah, I'll look it up. Sure. But it's been a minute. I haven't gotten any donations. So Mr. P falls deep in a homeless corpse today. 1,000%, 1,000%. Actually, I kind of want to talk to Mr. Pibb and tell him about my experience with Tiny Texie. I didn't realize she was that tiny. I should have, but I didn't realize. Anyways, it's been over a minute. I don't know how to do that. How to be balls deep in a homeless corpse? Don't ask that question. I'm just fucking around. But anyways, thank you guys. I appreciate it. See you on Musical Stream. How do you know you haven't got any donations when you can't see it? Well, that's it. If you donate Power Chat, just tell me you did it, and then I'll go look at it. If you donate Cash App, then I can actually see it, and I'll get a notification. So yeah, and maybe someone did it and they didn't know to say it. I don't know. But anyways, people are leaving and I want to see Musical Streams. So peace out. I will see you on Musical Streams. I love you guys. Thank you for supporting me. I appreciate it. What you did? You did? Oh shit. Hold on a second. You did? Oh fuck. Okay, hold on, Wulad. Let me check it really quick. Let me check it real fucking quick. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Wulad, thank you so much. Thank you. Wulad donated me $10 and said this is so I don't have to eat Larry, and that Larry owes him $10. Thank you so much. Thank you. And Darling Boy lied. Darling Boy didn't donate me anything. Classic Darling Boy. You didn't donate me anything, darling. Unless you did it via Cash App and I haven't gotten the notification yet, because it does take like a minute or two for the notification to come in sometimes. But you didn't do it on the Power App thing, on the Power Chat thing. Thank you, I appreciate it. So Wulad, do you want me to stay on for like another, I don't know, however long you want, or do you want to all hang out on Musical Stream? Because you donated me. I donated on Chatterbait. Nice. Dude, Darling Boy, because you used that reference, for the longest time, not anymore, but for the longest time, I used Chatterbait as my pre-porn. Like I would watch Chatterbait to like rev up my engines before I actually started watching porn to jerk off. For years actually I did that. So I'm assuming you do the same thing. But I haven't done that since I lived here actually. I have not been on Chatterbait since, I don't know, probably like 7 or 8 years ago. But Chatterbait was like huge for me back in the day. Yes, Wulad, do you want me to stay or should we all go to Musical Stream? And thank you so much again for the $10. I appreciate the 10 Wulad. No, I watched McGregor versus Aldo on Chatterbait. Did you really? Did you fucking really? I believe it because that would be a website they wouldn't think to check. But yeah, Wulad, answer, because if you don't answer, then I'm just gonna go. If you're just gonna go, because I want to see his fucking stream. I did this to fucking, what's it called? Just to kill time before Musical Streams. Yo, Adam Ash, how's it going, buddy? I'm just about to leave unless Wulad says otherwise. Because Musical Streaming right now. Yeah, so can we all just agree to meet on Musical Streams? I don't like competing with Musical at all. Like it doesn't feel good in my heart, you know? Like he's the head honcho of Jerusalem. Technically Guru is, but it's really Musical. Sooner or later Guru's going to get canceled and Musical's going to have to take over. So Musical's the head honcho. So I don't really like competing with him. Also, I just feel like he's more entertaining than me. Sure, we can go to Musical. All right, guys, let's go. But I'm just what? Well, let's go to Musical. Okay, sweet, awesome. Let's go to Musical. I love you guys. Thank you. Sweet, awesome. Yes, I agree too. You guys are the best. I will see you in 30 seconds on Musical Stream. Peace. PP grabs. Lots of PP grabs. Oh shit, I can't even close this.